It's easy to love someone when they do what you want them to do, exactly the way you want them to do it. But how do you behave when they step outside your picture? How do you treat them when they hurt you? Those are the times that determine whether or not you actually love them. The question is, can you love someone unconditionally, or is your love contingent upon the other person acting exactly as you need them to?
Sure, our communication was shit, but something wrong happened, and you have to take ownership for it, and it is not my fault.
Broken. My relationship is broken, and I can see the death of it in front of me. Today is October 26th, 2022. It is currently 7:37 p.m. I've been feeling really overwhelmed and burnt out lately because I have no idea what to do or where to go from here. I just want to make sure that she's doing okay. So whenever she feels comfortable enough to talk to me, I gotta make sure that I have the tools at hand to help her. That is why I decided to try therapy for the next 30 days. Well, that was the original intention anyways. I am so nervous going into this experiment. I hate every aspect of therapy, and all I want to do is run. My first and only experience with therapy was discouraging at best. I found my therapist had a really hard time empathizing with my situation and wasn't guiding me to the answers I was seeking. It also breaks my heart every time I hear about her experience because I just get told that I am toxic and manipulative with no sort of way to fix it. I don't know how to accurately assess that. Maybe I am toxic and manipulative? Anyways, there's no point in dwelling on the past. My session starts in 15 minutes. So I'm gonna just gather my thoughts and go from there. See you then.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. So, what brings you to counseling? Welcome.
So basically, my girlfriend felt pressured to please me, so she agreed to have sex even when she didn't want to. And now she's telling people that I raped her, which just really sucks because that was never my intention. But at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that she's okay. And so for her to feel that way just sucks.
Do you have friends that have had any opinions either way on this?
No, I haven't told anybody because I tried not to tell anybody anything about people that I really care about because I don't want to hurt them. I don't want them to start talking about her behind her back and hurt her because of that. So I've just spent the last few hours really processing what happened during therapy, and ultimately this relationship is gonna run its course, and whether we end up crossing paths again or we're never talking to each other, I at least now know what I need to do.
Hi. How are you?
We called and I apologized. Then we parted ways. The painful awakening was to the reality that we are two separate people on two independent individual journeys. We had simply just chosen to walk a portion of it together. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow. In the days that followed, I spent a lot of time reconnecting with friends that I hadn't seen in a while. I was in a lot of pain. My relationship with you could end right now, and if you're happier, I'm okay with it. I couldn't comprehend why this was happening. I'd given it my all, yet I still failed. Maybe it was out of desperation, or maybe it was out of fear. But I clung on to the universal axiom of hope. Well, it can't get any worse than this, but you can never time the bottom quite right. Today is November 19th, 2022. It is currently 9:08 a.m. This is really embarrassing because I reached out to a bunch of people that I definitely shouldn't have. I was worried that she didn't have people around to support her, and I wanted to make sure that she was doing okay. But I just received a message to go kill myself.
So, So other people really bother you.
Yeah, because in a sense, I worry about them, and then like if they're upset or angry, then I want to try to like help them, but I don't know how to help them, or if it's even my place to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like mainly that like struggle with.
Okay. So you wish maybe you could help them, but maybe rejection. Perhaps they wouldn't accept your help.
Oh, I, yes. I never thought about it like that.
I remember every time you chose to not remember. Every weekend span, you tried to best protect. I know the future. Respect the suture. Get back, or loser. Get back, or loser. I know the suture. Respect the future. Get back, or loser. But I should let you know, I've been thinking about your love. Thinking about your love.
You know, there's that saying that distance makes the heart grow fond. Well, slowly with time apart, I began to realize the many flaws that are present in my relationship. The scary part was I couldn't see what everybody else saw. Or more accurately, I didn't want to see what others saw. But if enough people tell you that you're drunk, then you should probably sit the fuck down. The sad thing is, I'm a shell of my former self. And even that's a stretch. I don't know who I am anymore. That's the scariest part. Because when you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Suddenly, I valued everyone's opinions without ever considering the minds that generated them. Because I lacked confidence and had no self-respect. Everyone wants to feel good about themselves, but years of training has taught me that many of us don't recognize how much work that actually takes. Internal confidence and respect is born from insight and proficiency, not from external factors. Subconsciously, I knew this, but I had let my standards slip and drifted so far away from what made me successful in the first place that I couldn't find my way back. Today is my final therapy session, and I don't hate it as much anymore. Initially, I was seeking a solution, but I ended up finding myself. At the start of this experiment, I hated therapy, and I hated everything that had to do with therapy and mental health, because I thought that by worrying too much about how I felt, it would impede my ability to make progress and achieve my goals. It made me weak. Even now, a part of me refuses to accept the fact that I can burn out, which I know it is beyond stupid. But I've come to the realization that being in tune with how I'm feeling doesn't make me weak. Instead, it enhances my ability to communicate and empathize with others. After this whole experiment, I've come to the conclusion that therapy alone is useless. It's not going to solve my problems, heal my wounds, or give me answers like I initially thought it would. In the end, reconciliation is a spiritual process which requires more than just talking to a professional. It has to happen in the hearts and minds of people. Therapy was the easy part. Now it's time for the real work. To whom it may concern, it's honestly a surprise that I'm writing this letter to you because I thought it wouldn't happen. But I'm glad that you got the closure you needed because I had to make sure I gave you that before I quit trying. And I'm honestly so grateful that I had someone as supportive as you beside me for such a long time. Thank you for choosing to spend a portion of your life with me, and thank you for teaching me the valuable lessons that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I don't really have anything else to say because I've already said everything I want to in our last call. Plus, it would be better to say nothing than to say something that could hurt, right? So, anyways, I hope one day you'll be able to grasp the brass ring too. But until then, I wish you success and happiness in your future endeavors. I will always remember you. Yours truly, Daniel Yu. February 8th, 2023.